Hello friends, welcome back to another video. The summer heat is upon us, and like everyone else, I have been sitting in front of my fan constantly. Because unless you're sitting on a pile of cash, you probably don't want to run your air conditioner. And you certainly don't want to run your oven. Not all of us are fortunate enough to have our own pool, but never fear. I've got a delicious and satisfying cold summer salad that's going to be perfect for this weather. And best of all, it's made out of something you probably already have in your pantry. This is such a delicious recipe that you're going to be wondering why you haven't already used your ramen like this. But before we begin, I want to say a big thank you to Jill Astaire for her super thanks contribution towards my new tripod. Filming has definitely been a lot easier this week. I'll be using 2 of the packets for my recipe because my youngest son is home and he asked me to make some for him. So I'll be using the veggies that I've got on hand, but you definitely want to use red bell pepper. That's my favorite ingredient in this dish. I'm using carrots and mushrooms and a little bit of green onions. I'm going to go ahead and salt the water just because I want to make sure that the noodles have plenty of salt in them when they are added to the sauce. My oldest son and I both agreed that these tongs are actually our favorite kitchen utensil. We use them for all kinds of things, and I'll definitely be using them today as well. I won't be using the seasoning packet that comes with the ramen at all. One of the most difficult parts of cooking this is just making sure that you don't overcook the noodles. I want them to be al dente. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pull them out just a little before I would normally pull them out. I don't even like my ramen noodles soggy when I make it hot. I want them to be just a little bit al dente. I find it when they have a little bit of spring and a little bit of bounce to the noodle, then it's perfect. Like I think that they're almost undercooked and then pull them out because they'll continue to keep cooking a little bit. And then I'll go ahead and rinse them and then put them on the pan and then put them in the fridge to go ahead and dry out. And by the way, those sheet pans, in case anybody's going to ask me, I picked those up at Sam's Club and they were quite a good deal, and I've been using those quite a bit lately. Now you can use whatever vegetables that you have on hand, of course, but I really do love the red peppers in this and also the carrots because I don't cook the carrots at all. In fact, I don't cook any of these vegetables, and they just add a nice crunch and they make the dish super fresh. I like to make sure that I cut the pieces somewhat large, not too large, but a little bit larger so that every bite has pieces of the vegetable in there and they don't just drop to the bottom of the bowl. These are your ingredient must-haves. It requires sesame oil, vinegar, sugar, soy sauce, and optional is red pepper flakes. Now for the vinegar, you can either do a balsamic or a black vinegar. I myself prefer the flavor with the balsamic vinegar. You could also try a rice wine vinegar if that's what you have on hand. But again, I hope if you have it, I hope you at least try it with the balsamic the first time around. You'll use sesame oil, and I'm showing some chili garlic oil here. I didn't end up using it. I actually ended up using some red pepper flakes. I've got some white sesame seeds just for garnishing on the top of the dish at the end. Doesn't really add a lot of flavor, so if you don't have those, don't worry. I'm going to go ahead and add the sesame oil in along with the remaining ingredients. I've got the measurements in the description, so if you'd like the full recipe, look in the description of my video. I was so happy with how this turned out. I could not stop eating it. It is that flavor profile that I love, with the sweet and the salty and the heat all combined together. And of course, you know, I love sesame oil. I did make this again later, and this time I added a few slices of celery. I do want to say that you want to go light on the celery because it does have water in it, and you want just a few pieces in order to get that nice crunch into the salad. I also do want to say that ramen noodles have quite a bit of fat in them. If you wanted to swap it out with spaghetti or another type of noodle, you could do that as well, but this just really is great to use ramen packets that you have on hand. Also, it's inexpensive, and you can pair it along with any vegetables that are currently on sale, and it's going to be delicious. For more low-cost ramen recipes, you can also check out my son's channel at FOODIE Justin. I appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. If you are new here and you haven't subscribed before, please consider subscribing, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.